down the squelchy hallway. Gotta love it, right? Where is this? What is this area? Stained by the evils of this world, we hold our sorrows within us. Only you can heal us these wounds. Each morning, afternoon, evening, and night, we call out your name and pray for the day of the miraculous descent. Yeah, dude, whatever. I give to you unreservedly my body and my eternal soul. Whatever darkness may befall me, I will endure with you beside me. As proof of your miraculous power, guide our obedient and willing souls to the road of paradise, O Lord. We will not give in to the power of temptation as long as we have you in our hearts. O Lord, save us with your compassion. O Lord, shower us with your blessings. O Lord, favor us with your abundance. It's always fun. I say fun in a very scare quotes sense. It's always fun when all of these like occult ritual, storylines are like, it features a cult that's like, oh, we love the glory of God, bestow upon us your blessings. And it's like, it's not even hiding the fact that the blessings are like, you turn into a flesh monster. It's like, who wants to be the flesh monster? Like, I don't, like, who is this benefiting, is what I'm saying. There's something written on the door. This door is a gate which leads to the road of paradise. Embrace the bosom of the Holy Mother. Admit your sins and be forgiven. Eternal tranquility can be yours. I'll consider it.
How did you get here? It was Vincent, wasn't it? He led you here. When will he cease his meddling? But it's just as well. Luring you here also serves my purposes.
Checkmate.
Not yet. The time is not yet at hand. The time when all will be forgiven their sins. When the paradise we have long dreamed for will arrive. After the judgment and atonement, an eternity of bliss. Oh, Alessa, the world you wanted is nearly here.
That's not what I want.
Not you. Alessa, your true self.
But I am Alessa. My little Claudia, my dear sweet sister.
Alessa, is it you? Oh, how I've missed you.
I don't need another world. It's fine the way it is.
But you said it yourself. The world must first be cleansed with fire.
But that's not what I want now.
Alessa, don't you want happiness? Have you become blind to all the hopeless suffering in the world? We all need God's salvation.
Listen, suffering is a fact of life. Either you learn how to deal with that or you go under. You can stay in your own little dream world, but you can't keep hurting other people. Besides, I'll never forgive you for hurting my father.
I wish only for the salvation of mankind. But for that to happen, the world must first be remade. And for that, we need God.
You self-righteous witch! No one asked you to help!
What is growing within you? You despise me, don't you?
You're damned right I do!
That's good.
They're trying to pull a fast one. All right, let's look at all the pretty paintings. For creation. Actually, let's read through them in order, because if there's another one, it's... Spencer says, oh no, I hope that God is growing inside of you is metaphorical, not literal. I'm sorry to tell you that it is in fact literal. Just like the first game. Oh, wow. Okay, hold on. Which one is number 1 then? All right. Origin. In the beginning, people had nothing. Their bodies ached and their hearts held nothing but hatred. They fought endlessly, but death never came. They despaired, stuck in the eternal quagmire. That doesn't really have too much to do with the painting there. Birth. A man offered a serpent to the sun and prayed for salvation. A woman offered a reed to the sun and asked for joy. Feeling pity for the sadness that had overrun the earth, God was born from those two people. Salvation. God made time and divided it into day and night. God outlined the road to salvation and gave people joy. And God took endless time away from the people. Creation. God created beings to lead people in obedience to her. The red god, Shukilbara. The yellow god, Lobsilvith. Many gods and angels. Finally, God set out to create paradise, where people would be happy just by being there. Shukilbara. Full name. I also like Lobsilvith. Promise. But there God's strength ran out, and she collapsed. All the world's people grieved this unfortunate event, yet God breathed her last. She returned to the dust, promising to come again. Faith. So God hasn't been lost. We must offer our prayers and not forget our faith. We wait in hope for the day when the path to paradise will be opened. Alrighty, whatever you say, folks. Eye of Night tarot card. That's not a tarot card I'm familiar with. Save our game. There's nothing I can do with the organ. I don't know how to play it anyway. Okay. Is that a map? How convenient of them to post it in this random room near us. Chapel. I got a church map. Oh boy. That's gonna be certainly a map. I have the feeling that there's someone on the other side of this door, but the door is shut tight and I can't open it no matter how hard I try. Look at that dude right there. These are the cult scriptures. They don't look worth reading. You're kidding me, right?
Dear God, please forgive me. I know I'll be put to death for the sins I've committed. And I'll go to my death gladly, and with a peaceful heart. But please, grant me just a small piece of your everlasting mercy. Let me see my child once within your golden gates. Deliver me not to hell, but to purgatory. Allow me to atone for my sins there. I'll stand within the very flames of redemption, no matter how they burn me. Forgive me for my wicked act of revenge. And deliver the soul of my poor murdered daughter. Please, also care for the soul of the girl whose life I have taken. God, I am a child, trembling with fear as I stare at death. Soothe my tortured soul with your infinite mercy. Please, forgive me.
I forgive you.
Thank you, Lord.
Who is this, I wonder? All right. All right, that's locked. Can't go in there. Ah! What is that thing? What is that? Was there anything in there? Oh, they're not. That's not scary. I was really worried. Oh God. You've got to be kidding. I can save right here. These guys are slow, right? I want to try this because I haven't tried it yet, and I need to know if it's the strongest weapon in the game or not. All right, that'll do. Does not seem like the strongest weapon in the game, but it does seem pretty strong. Okay, we killed it. I have to, if I do the other one, do it. Now I immediately have to reload. and we just kick it while it's down. Hell yeah. I wonder if this works just on like every enemy. Probably should have tried this against Dark Cheryl or whatever. Okay, it's dead. Perfect. That lock is broken. What is in here? Handgun bullets, yes. Cassette tape. There are a bunch of papers in this file. I get the feeling that it's a handwritten copy of some book. Represents the deity known as the halo of the sun. In heraldry, symbolizes a religious group. The 2 outer circles are charity and resurrection. The 3 inner circles are past, present, and future. Usually drawn in red, occasionally drawn in black or other colors, but blue reverses the meaning into a curse on God and is therefore forbidden. Can I just take a nap in this room, please? And like, get all my health back and wake up with infinite ammo and a bunch of healing items? Just like a small request. I think that's fair. There's a picture here of an angel flying into the heavens. Nothing special. God! What a hard critic. Saint Nicholas, miraculous hands, a doctor of God. Saint Alessa, mother of God, daughter of God. The picture, that's me. I'm holding the baby. And I'm the baby being held. The me that wanted death and disappeared with God 17 years ago. And the me here and now that sought life. Saint Jennifer, unwavering faith under death's blade. See, you wanna know what would be interesting? Learning about these other saints. Instead, we got a bunch of other Silent Hill games that just like explored genuine nonsense. I wanna see games, you know, we have 2 Alessa games. Why isn't there a Saint Nicholas game? Huh? Why isn't there a Saint Jennifer game? That's what I'm saying. All right? The circle means reincarnation. That's what it said on that paper back there. So death isn't the end. Pretty good deal if you ask me. Thanks to reincarnation, I died as Alessa, but I'm still living as myself. But you know, just the thought of it is starting to turn my stomach. Oh, it actually functions as a save point. Okay. Is there somewhere for me to go? Oh, that scared me again. Nothing special. What? Why am I hearing crying? Can I move it? It doesn't look like there's anything back there. Nope. No, look, it says... Look at this. There's bloody footprints right here. Or did those come from me? No, there's bloody footprints right there. And yet it says there's nothing special. Oh my God. I get the feeling there's something behind this picture though. That girl's cries and footsteps disappeared beyond it after all. Will you move the picture? Sure. Seriously, Heather, you need to stop saying things are nothing special. It literally says it's nothing special. It's not nothing special. It's actually something really powerful and important. The ability to move a painting and find a door. Oh, I hated this room. I remember this room. These were boss enemies before. Ouch. And they will just decimate you. There we go. Whew. These books look like real mind benders. Think I'll leave them alone for now. I'm at okay health for now. This is all right. There's a book on tarot here. Tarot is based on the 22 Hebrew consonants and is said to represent the entire world. Each card, numbered 0 through 21, has a particular meaning. By reading these cards, fortune tellers predict the future. For example, the first card, the Magician, signifies creation, wisdom, beginnings, or destruction and fraud. The second card, the High Priestess, denotes intuition, harmony, faith, or dogmatism and arrogance. According to some texts, the Gardener deck had more than 22 cards. The Gardener deck does not exist today. It is mentioned only in the literature. It is said that these extra cards were based on the lost Hebrew vowels and denoted an otherworldly, transcendental existence, i.e., God. And says, I love how the rooms change. A nice spooky yet normal looking library, and then you go outside and everything is hell. Yeah. Silent Hill's Ancient Gods, a study of their etymology and evolution. What a mouthful. Castlevania 64 page turn sound. .mp4. There is no religion that has remained unchanged from the moment it was founded. This one is no exception. When this religion fell into the hands of immigrants, it was deeply influenced by their own original Christian beliefs. For example, the traditional representatives of these primal gods may be given names and descriptions of Christian angels. Thus, shared characteristics begin to appear. There's also one rare example of the chief deity, creator of paradise or lord of serpents and reeds, being dubbed with a demon's name. Of course, this was not done by believers, but their opponents. Oh, Moon Tarot. Oh, this scene.
Hiya, Heather.
You show up everywhere, don't you?
You make me sound like some kind of unwanted pest.
Well, who are you anyway?
Haven't you realized that yet?
Yeah, you're on Claudia's side.
I told you not to put me in the same category as that mad woman.
Well, you're pretty loony yourself.
It's true. We believe in the same God. But I'm quite sane.
So why did you help me out then? Was that also part of trying to resurrect God?
It's not uncommon for people to worship the same God and still disagree.
God? Are you sure you don't mean devil?
Whichever you like. The point is that now I really am on your side. I don't want God to be born. Wouldn't be convenient. Much too unpredictable.
So you've been using me to stop Claudia, is that it?
Why are you mad about that?
Do your own dirty work.
My dirty work? I think we both had our own interests in mind. You hate her too, don't you?
Yes, you do.
You're the only one who can get it done. I don't have powers like you two. Besides, I always hated getting all hot, sweaty.
Oh, really?
I'm just looking out for myself. Everyone does it. Don't stand there looking so smug. You're the worst person in this room. You come here and enjoy spilling their blood. And listening to them cry out. You feel excited when you step on them and snuff out their lives.
Are you talking about the monsters?
Monsters? They look like monsters to you?
Oh no.
Don't worry. It's just a joke. By the way, I forgot to ask you. Did you get the seal of Metatron?
What's that?
You don't have it? Leonard was carrying it.
You mean this thing?
Yes, that's it. As long as we have that, we're fine.
I just saw Vincent's low poly shadow.
Take this.
Other world laws. Big old book I got from Vincent in the archives. This magic square with strong protective and dispelling properties is called the Virun 7 Crest, or the Seal of Metatron. It will bring results regardless of whether the target is good or evil. Its strength therefore places a very high burden on the caster. As it is also difficult to control, it is not usually used. This is why it bears the name Metatron, after the angel Metatron, or Metraton, also known as the agent of God. Okay. Is there another exit in here? Nope. Where am I supposed to go? Okay. Please stay away. So, with that line, obviously, a lot of people, they look like monsters to you. A lot of people interpret that to mean like those were human beings and you were just hallucinating that they're monsters. I don't think that's the case. I think it's more that Leonard is literally a monster now. These other enemies are literally monsters now. These are their monstrous forms because they are inflicting horrible damage on us and attacking us. And like lots of people see these monsters and are harmed by them and die very violently from them. So, you know, yes, perhaps certain people will just see them as regular individuals. It's like, it feels pretty disingenuous to be like, they look like monsters to you? Gasp. Like, no, those are fucking monsters, dude. That thing's an 8-foot tall monster. Like, I'm so fucked. I cannot believe I just took that stray hit. That's locked. Where are we going? There are doors back here, aren't there? This is where I need to be. There's no reason to go back to the amusement park, so that's the door we entered in. Lock is broken. Lock is broken. What the? Where the hell am I supposed to go? What? Vincent's just being a goof. I think that was Konami's way of poking fun at a fan theory. I don't know if Konami was self-aware even at this time enough to do that. Part of me thinks it's just them trying to be profound. And like, I think that there's nuance in that character. Don't get me wrong. I think that people are the ones that interpreted that incorrectly, but there's that little outcropping. What is this? Nope. Oh. That's what that sound is. See you later, monster dude. Is this? Oh, okay. Sick deal. Got it. Nope. If I get touched, I'm dead, but I can't waste my ampules. Not here, not now. It literally cannot spare them. I got jukes, baby. What's this place? Hey, we should. I don't want to go too far this way. This is so dangerous, though. Like, navigating this hallway is such a bad idea. There's no reason to do it. But I'm gonna do it because I am a big idiot that puts myself in danger for stupid reasons. Alright. Yeah, we'll go here. Enemy to the... Okay, well this is great. There's nothing important here. I haven't looked too closely though. Look fucking closely, girl. We gotta look closely. Corpse wrapped in some vinyl type bag. Oh, crazy mixed up world has got me used to the strangest things. Easy for me to say. They're still totally disgusting. I feel like I'm gonna go crazy sooner or later. Doors open and said there's someone wrapped in a bag. Maybe. No, they're definitely dead. It's true. They are. Ooh. What? With this rotting stench throughout the place, anyone can guess what's inside. I guess I'll just puke. I'll just want to puke if I take a look. Shotgun shells. Okay, that is useful. We like that. Bye, loser. Ah! Okay, those are stun gun batteries. Lock is broken. Nothing happens when I try to turn on the TV or the VCR. Oh, this is Harry's room. All the books are the same as Dad's, yeah. Musty diary on the bed. This writing, is this Dad's diary? Why would it be here? I sometimes have the sense even now that that girl is a reincarnation of Alessa. I don't worry about it much now. That's all forgiven. You were unloved, Cheryl. Or was that Alessa? Now Cheryl is Alessa again. No matter whose reincarnation she may have been, that girl was my most beloved treasure. But that name was a mistake. At the time, I thought of her only as a replacement for my lost Cheryl. When she knows the truth, will she feel bad? That's what worries me. Thanks, Dad. So I was Alessa after all, but I do have just a trace of one more memory left. I haven't forgotten my sweet and gentle mother. That's like a revelation. Oh, crap, oops. More than just a passing resemblance, it resembles Dad's room. Dad's not sleeping in the bed, though. I'm trying to investigate the roses on the floor. So we just learned a little detail that people can easily miss. Heather's name is not Heather. That was an alias that was set up earlier in the notebook. Her name is actually Cheryl. And not just because Cheryl, obviously the Cheryl from the first game, but because, oh my god, so many creatures here now. Not just because of Cheryl from the first game, but because that's what Harry named her when he took her back. Oh god. I am so close to death. I have to use an ampoule. That is the absolute worst case scenario. Okay. Oh, I gotta save. Oop, got a key. This is Cheryl's sketchbook. This is my sketchbook from 17 years ago. On the front cover here is a picture of Dad. Really awful work. What's this doing here? I had a dream. In my dream, I opened a door. But was that really me? I had a different name. And that's a cipher. 5 are true and 4 are lies, and there are some fibs mixed in with the truth. That's 'cause it's scary to write only the truth. But dreams are like lies after all. Scribbling on the floor here is Alessa's. For some reason, she always drew monsters like this when she was alone. She used to draw with Claudia too. A nice daddy and mommy in a fun school. A happy world where everyone smiled and laughed all day long. In short, everything we never had. There's a closet. It's meaningless to me. I don't have time to wax nostalgic over these old clothes. So Harry was here as well, right before the final boss of Silent Hill 1. The scribbling on the floor here is Alessa's. For some reason, blah, blah, blah. My clothes from when I was 7. They don't fit me now. Good thing, too. A memo book. Something's written inside. She's just beyond this door. I don't know how, but I can sense it. She's not the only one there. I sense the presence of something extremely dangerous, even sickening, or maybe what they call God. Nevertheless, I will open the door. Enough of this idle chit-chat. God, I'm not, but I fully intend to save her. No, them. The last entry was written some 17 years ago. Looks like Dad wrote this too. That's kind of cool. I don't know if there are others. There are other like memo books around, but I don't know if any of the others have like dialogue from Harry. No, it wasn't me. Alessa wrote this a long time ago. That chapel altar. It wasn't that one beautiful chapel. It was some other altar somewhere else. Okay. So I think we need to go all the way back up to that one room that had the locked door, which is really annoying because it's just unnecessary backtracking. Ouch. Get out of here. Stop hitting me, please. I'm begging you. I don't have the healing to tank it. I don't. I need all of my healing items for the final boss. It is going to be unfathomably difficult to beat that boss if I have no ammo and no healing items. Still at white health, I guess. I don't even have health drinks. You have got to be joking. Oh my god. I used the brass key. It's that guy again. Wake up, idiot. Ren says, I love the swapping between Heather, Cheryl, and Alessa in that room. Yeah, I agree. I think that's really cool. What? Where did he come from? Move. Are you kidding me? Where the heck did that... It's a ratty old notebook on the podium. Oops, and there's a letter stuck in here too. Let's see. There's a girl named Alessa in my class. If your memory is any good, you may remember her. She's the one I said they called a witch. Most likely her mother is abusing her. I've never seen her come in without some sort of scrape or bruise. Her expression is pitifully dark for a 6-year-old. Something like this may not be so uncommon. Rather than coming up with pointless ideas, it's best just to watch and wait. But isn't there something I can do to help? I'm considering consulting a lawyer, but I do have my reservations. That's why I thought I'd ask you, my friend, for your opinion first. K. Gordon. Oh, that was a name in the original game, wasn't it? They're just going back and like retconning a bunch of lore. Go home, drop dead, thief. This used to be Alessa's. I mean, this was my desk once upon a time. Oh, okay. Where did you come from? Wait, you've got to be kidding. Is there anything of value in this terrible room? Does not look like it. Looks like a whole bunch of junk for no reason. Oh, yes, thank you. Oh my god, I've never been so happy to see a medkit in my life. What are these, letters? No, maybe a bunch of suggestions? People are starting to voice their dissatisfaction about Father Vincent using the organization's money for his own personal benefit. I've also heard rumors that Father Vincent has been extorting donations from some followers. Is he really the right person for such a position? I'm in no place to deny all he's done to make the organization grow. Even though we believe in God, if there were some sort of gathering, shouldn't we be valued not for our limited talents or our talkativeness, but for the depth of our faith? LS. I don't know who that would refer to. Is that interactable? There's a tape deck here. It looks perfectly usable. Yep, can put the cassette tape in there then. There's no label, but the tab's been removed. It might be worth checking out.
Do you know about what happened here 17 years ago? You've been here a long time. You must have heard some details.
A group of pagans, blinded by earthly desires, spit in the very face of God. They tried to use the seal of Metatron to prevent God's awakening. But God drove the unbelievers away and threw them into the abyss. But due to their wickedness, God was unable to be born properly. And so, she has slumbered ever since in the womb of the Holy Mother until the time of the awakening. That's all that I know.
That's it, huh? Well, thanks.
Father Vincent, I heard that the Holy Mother has been found. Is it true?
Alessa has been found? Did Claudia say that?
Yes.
Then it must be true. Her sight rarely fails her.
Bless the Lord.
Maybe it's because of her great faith. But I could never be like her. I wouldn't want to.
Nor I. The truth is, Sister Claudia frightens me a little.
Well, now, let's both show our faith by forgetting about this little talk, okay?
Yes, but does that mean this land will finally be the home of eternal paradise?
If God wills it, my sister. If God wills it.
That voice sounds really familiar, and I think it's Lori Allen, who voiced the boss in Metal Gear Solid 3, and also Pearl from SpongeBob. That's a fact that gets to live in your heads now. That Pearl from SpongeBob is voiced by the boss from Metal Gear Solid 3. Willem says she's also the woman news anchor in Family Guy. Yes, this is true. The name Claudia Wolf is written very small on the cover. Looks like this is her diary. November 10th. She didn't die then, she was born. I knew that for a fact. But then why haven't I found her yet? They were supposed to need her power to build paradise for the happiness of the people. She was supposed to be reborn for that. I'd really like to see her. November 14th. Read the Book of Praise. I want to thank Father for lending me such an invaluable book. I found what I'd been searching for in there, how to awaken God, but it's much too cruel. Will I be able to pull it off when I see her? November 16th. I was free all day, so I read A Modern History of Refugees and Young Slaves, Child Exploitation. I don't want to be a mere bystander in this world. I can't do anything now, though. That's what's hard. And she's motivated by good motivations. There's an old birthday card on the desk, so she was still hanging on to this. Happy birthday. To little Claudia, happy 6th birthday. I love you as if you were my real sister. Here's to you. High Priestess Tarot card. Okay. Where else do we have to go? It looks like I've explored everything, but I don't think I have everything. Yeah, I don't know. Let's look. I'm just trying to see. Oh, there is another level. Do I have to go back downstairs? Yeah, I do. Okay. Obviously, I do. That would be dumb if I didn't. So we have to make it back to the elevator. I got it. It's a cool effect, but it's also a very annoying effect. No, do not trap me, please. Just bad vibes. Just bad vibes all around right there. I'm still doing pretty poorly. It's right here, right? This is where I go to the right and then down. Yep. The floor becoming animated and the walls becoming animated is like slightly uncomfortable. I don't love that for me. Yep. Ah! It is the last... Whoa, she like slid across the wall. It's the last door. Okay. There's a door here? Oh my god, there is a door here. Ah, okay. Well, thank God I noticed this. Yes, hello? Okay. There's something there. Is there anything down here? Oh. Is that supposed to be Alessa and Claudia? Interesting. Okay. Anything up here? No? Oh, we're here. Interesting.